at me, click.
Hello guys and welcome to today's episode, where today, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be showing you a really good dark elixir farming strategy. Now you guys, if you do want to watch this, then please be sure to stay tuned to this. But for any new subscribers, my name is of course Asascha. I do upload Clash of Clans videos each and every day. I am going to be posting everything about sneak peeks, updates, whatever it is, and yeah, be sure to subscribe if you do enjoy this video, for example. But that being said, let's get ourselves into this. So as you can see, we already have an army composition trained up. We're going to be doing 2 live attacks, and we are going to have to boost our arch queen for the case that she does die. So I'm already going to have her on boost right now, and we are, without further ado, I believe, going to get ourselves into an attack. So we are going to get ourselves into the searching queue, but you may have already noticed I've got empty inferno towers and empty expos, and some of the traps may actually be deactivated. Now you guys may wonder what that is all about. Now I'm gonna explain this real quick until we do come across a base which I can get the dark elixir in. So basically I am planning a video where I am going to be defending with a troll base but without any inferno towers or expos. So basically I want them to be totally out of juice, I want them to be totally empty, and I want the enemies to think that my base is basically a dead base, but it's not really going to be a dead base. I'm going to activate all of the traps, all of that stuff, and the enemy is going to be caught by surprise. But anyways, you guys, I believe we should be closing into some sort of base. Hopefully this base not really all that good, so hopefully you guys understood what I was going on about. So here we go, you guys. This is a really good base. So as you can see, 3.7 thousand dark elixir. I believe that is the amount you guys would be going for, or about 3,000 dark elixir. That is also a really good raid. But I want to get into this base. So what I have to think about first is, what are the inferno towers set to if you are going up against inferno towers, obviously. So on the right hand side, the inferno tower is a single targeting inferno tower, and on the left hand side it is multi-targeting. So what I want to do is, I always like going from the left hand side, basically I like going in from the multi-targeting inferno tower, and the reason why is because the arch queen then has a little more time to stay alive. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go in from this side of the base, going to drop in the 4 healers already, and I want the arch queen to take out the enemy arch queen. So there we go, that's working out really well. There goes the enemy arch queen, going to drop in 1 or 2 giants for distraction, and then a couple of wizards in behind, just to make a nice little pathway for our troops to go into the center. Gonna drop in 4 border breakers, hopefully they can break through that wall compartment, and yes indeed they did. Going to drop in 1 more wizard over on the right hand side, sorry, another one, and then we're gonna drop in the rest of our giants. So I am also keeping an eye on the archer queen, you guys, so you always want to have an eye on the archer queen. We're gonna have to drop in a red spot, I believe. Yes, we're gonna drop in a red spot just to be safe, you guys, and we're also gonna spam in all of our bags and the barbarian king. Going to drop in that jump spot in the center of the base with a red spot on all of these giants, because that means the giants are going to be able to take out the inferno tower pretty fast. Hopefully, what do we have in the clan castle? 7 balloons, not really all that important. Going to pop the king ability, he got targeted by that single targeting inferno tower, but look at this, you guys, the dark elixir all went down, and that is because of the archer queen. Believe it or not, you guys may find it difficult to believe that the archer queen did the most amount of work, but the archer queen was distracting for so many units. I'm going to be showing you the replay again, and you can see all that's left in this base is a little bit of dark elixir in this drill right here. Now we're going to pop the queen ability and end the battle in a few seconds, because I don't want her to completely die and waste my gems on healing the arch queen basically. But again, I'm going to be showing you the replay for another time after this one has ended. So we're going to pop the queen ability right now, going to drop into archers, wait until the queen does get healed up, and now we're going to end the battle. So as you can see, 3.4 out of 3.7 thousand dark elixir. That is absolutely awesome, you guys, and we are now going to return back to base, show you what exactly happened, because I believe this may have been a little too fast for some of you guys. So whilst we're looking at the attack, we're going to gem up the barbarian king. So there we go, you guys, we got almost every single job of the dark elixir. Elixir. So again, first of all, what we did is we looked at the two Inferno Towers. We saw the right hand side Inferno Tower was single targeting and the left hand side was a multi-targeting. So that meant if the Archqueen were to go into this side of the base, she would be targeted by the multi-targeting Inferno Tower and not by the single targeting Inferno Tower. And that is always good because the Archqueen is going to survive for about 10 or 15 seconds longer, because the single targeting Inferno Tower takes out the Archqueen in a matter of seconds. Then we saw where is the Archer Queen exactly, where is she positioned, so that is why we went into the left hand side of the base. We always want to take care of the Archer Queen at the very start of the attack. Now I didn't really check out for the Clan Castle because I saw it was on the very top of the base. We were not going to get into that compartment, and now we just kind of try and make a path with the wizards and the giants. So we dropped in a couple of giants on the left hand side exactly, with a couple of wizards just to clear out the outside structures, so that when we drop the mass amount of the units, they are not all going to move on towards the left hand side and do a merry-go-round. So always making a path for your troops is really important. Now we are going to drop in 1 or 2 wizards over on this hand side of the base just to take care for a couple of more structures, so that the Archqueen maybe goes to the left hand side, but even if she doesn't, look at how many defenses are targeting the Archer Queen. The Archer Tower, the 2 cannons and the 2 mortars and the cannon are all targeting a single troop, being the Archer Queen, and she's going to remain alive for the entirety of the attack because of the healers and the raid spells. And then what you want to do is you want to literally just spam in all of your giants and the wizards. Now preferably you would want to drop in the giants and the wizards on the side that the Archer Queen is currently moving in from, which is the right hand side. So that was a mistake from my side, but it is still going to work out. You're just not going to connect with your Archer Queen, so that is still fine. We're also going to drop in the Bard King in a few seconds with the Valkyries, and the Valkyries are going to help out a lot because they are literally just going to, I don't know, they're just going to break through the entirety of the base. Look at this, once they get raged up, they're going to be so OP. Check it out, they're going to do a lot of damage. Already took out the Expo, taking out the Air Sweeper. The Town Hall is going to go down in just a matter of seconds. Dark Elixir went all down by the Barbarian King. There goes the Town Hall in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and bam, there it is. No Clan Castle units in the Clan Castle, and the Archqueen is still up and running on the right hand side of the base, you guys. So 30 seconds remaining in the attack, and now it was all about a matter of waiting for the Archqueen to get this 1 Dark Elixir collector. So that was really the attack, and honestly it's not that difficult. I would maybe recommend you take a couple of more raid spells instead of the 2 heal spells I took with me. So we're gonna delete 2 heal spells, and instead of taking 2 heal spells, I maybe would take only 1 heal spell. So that's what we're going to do now for the next attack. We are going to delete a single heal spell and add another raid spell and see how that's going to go. So we're going to have to gem up that raid spell. That's absolutely fine with me. Bard King is still down, but that is okay. So what we're going to do now is we are going to search for another attack, and I'm going to show you the other way where you want to connect with your Archqueen. If that does work out, you guys, I can't really promise you that it is going to work out, but hopefully it does. So we may even come across a base without any Inferno Towers. This guy, for example, let's go ahead and say this guy were to be a Town Hall 9 and we also were a Town Hall 9, which means we would basically have the exact same troops right now, but they would just be a little lower level. For example, the Valkyrie, I believe, would be a lower level, and the Wizard. That is all the troops are Town Hall level 9 leveled instead of those 2, the Valkyries and also the Wizard. So that being said, let's go ahead and kick it off with our Queen walk. So where do we want to go in from? The Archer Queen is very centralized, which means it's going to be a difficult matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to ignore the Archer Queen, but we're going to try and take out a single air defense. So we're going to drop in the Wizard on the top of the base, and we're going to drop in the Archer Queen over on the left hand side. So what I want the Archer Queen to do is I want to move onto this side of the base, which means I have to drop in a couple of healers, and I also have to drop in a couple of wizards. So we're going to drop another giant and drop in another wizard on this on this spell factory, and it doesn't seem like it's really working, but that is okay, you guys. If the Archer Queen isn't moving towards this side that you want it to go, you just have to continue doing the attack just like you would if the Archer Queen were to go to the left hand side. You're just going to drop in the giants on the right hand side, so absolutely no problem, no need to panic, you guys. Just keep yourself concentrated on the attack. So as you can see, I wanted the Archer Queen to go to the left hand side, but she's going to the right hand side, and I'm going to drop in a couple of wall breakers to help the giant out because the Archer Queen doesn't have the healers right now, which is obviously not good. We want the giant to die, so I'm hoping a spring trap or something does pop up, or the Clan Castle. That is also fine. I'm going to drop in a poison spell, sorry, on the clan castle though. So hopefully the giant does die, but also the clan castle, so that the healers do not all die by those wizards. And yes indeed, you guys, check it out, this worked out really well. Going to drop in a red spot on the healers and the arch queen, and now I'm going to start off with my giants. So check it out, dropping in all of my giants and also all of the wizards luck. So just going to spam them in, and I'm also going to drop in the wall breakers, being careful about this mortar because that mortar shell is doing a lot of damage. Our healers with the arch queen are still alive, up and running. Going to drop in the rest of our Valkyries, and this is what I mean, you guys, the Valkyries have now connected with our archer queen, and the giants, everything have connected with the arch queen. Going to drop in another raid spore, and the raid spores, they are so important and so good, you guys. Check it out, Valkyrie's gonna tear up the entirety of this base. They are doing so much damage. Gonna drop in another raid spot on all of those Valks and the and the giants. Arch queen is still alive, you guys. That queen ability, I have not missed it. Arch queen still up and running with a lot of Valkyries, with a lot of giants. This attack is definitely going to plan. It is all really good until this point. I don't know if we're going to be getting the 100%, but that is not the goal of the attack. Check out this wizard over here taking out an archer tower, but look at this, a ton of giants still alive, you guys, still alive. And we are going to drop in another wall breaker over on this side of the base. Maybe it can help out, not exactly, but that is fine. Now we are going to pop the queen ability in a few seconds. We are also going to drop a heal spot on all of these giants. Now we are going to run out of time on this attack, it looks like, but we are still going to pop the king ability, sorry, the queen ability right about now. Maybe we can clutch the 100%, you guys, although I really doubt it. Let's wait and see though. So the arch queen is going to take out this final collector, and now she's going to be stuck on a wall. Giants are going to start hitting on that storage right here. Storage is going to go down, and that's going to bring us to a total of 96%. So as you can see, this attack strategy, it is so good, you guys. Archer queen, you do a queen walk, and then you drop in your giants and your Valkyries and the wall breakers, drop in the spells as well as you can, and you're definitely going to be getting everything you want to, whether it's dark elixir, whether it's gold, whether it's elixir, whether it's the victory, whether it is the 100% 3-star, whatever it is, you're definitely going to be getting it if you practice it a little bit. So I don't really know what else I can do to help you guys, but this attack strategy is definitely not OP, I would say, but it's definitely something I would recommend to each and every one of you guys. So if you do want to use a farming strategy for dark elixir, then definitely be sure to go ahead and use this attack strategy. If you do want to go ahead and look at how to use this even better, just go ahead and rewatch the video basically, just to understand the exact concept of the attack. But that being said, guys, I think that's going to be the end of this video. So if you did enjoy this video, then please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also let me know down below in the comment section if you're going to be using this attack strategy, yes or no. Now if you haven't already, but you do enjoy my content, then please be sure to subscribe to my channel for daily videos. And with all that being said, guys, my name is of course Asascha, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.